Top of the morning, top of the morning. Back at it again with another one. And today, we're looking at the Nasdaq. If you don't know now, you know. Be sure to give us a follow on Twitter. The handle is SCHMDII. SCHMDII. And we'll be going over charts, things of interest. And if you just want to talk markets, that's the best place to find us. PPI day. We're looking at the day post CPI. We had a big drop yesterday. Today we had some bullish movement. Clean power of 3, bullish power of 3, and we're going to talk about it. First things first, our drawn liquidity. We were looking at that imbalance on the H1 time frame. The hourly time frame, we marked it out like that, and our targets initially was the low, TP1, TP2, the midway point, and TP3. We wanted it to get to this bullish candle here. So we're going to trade or terminate the trade, but we didn't get that. We got TP1, TP2, and then our runner got stopped out in profit as price was coming back down. Stop loss was trailed to just below this bearish candle over there. Good trade management. Ended off the week positively by the grace of God. So now I'm just going to scroll down to the M15, take a closer look at our entries and such, and see what's up. So as you can see, we had the consolidation. We consolidated all the way through Asian session and London session. New York session came about 8:30 when we had the PPI news. Price wicked down, taking out that sell side liquidity, and then we began to proceed to the upside. Hope you are noticing a pattern with some of these news drivers where it's a two-stage movement, where the news will drop, price will move in one direction, and then move in another direction, similar to CPI. CPI, we got the news, we spiked to the upside, and then we continued to the downside. With PPI, we spiked to the downside, and then continued to the upside. Just a thing to note. It's very interesting. So, had the consolidation, orders were building up below and at the top of this consolidation here. We took out the sell side liquidity, leaving the buy side liquidity. It's only natural to know which direction price will move in after that. We moved to the upside. We took out all short-term highs and then opened up this nice fair value gap over there. You can see the separation. Let me just do this. High of this candle, the space in between, and that low, right? We marked out 10 a.m. That's when you're looking to take our entries between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. If you've been watching the channel, you'll know why. And as you can see, at 10:15, we got the tap into the fair value gap. There by the high, that would be the entry. Stop loss was below the wick of that bearish candle over there. Stop loss distance, if you may ask, about 119. Bit steep, quite steep, but there's a method to the madness. Just adjust your lot size accordingly, and don't risk more than 1% of your account unless you're sure. Price tapped into that, then proceeded to hit our first TP, went up again, hit our second TP. Then instead of hitting the third TP, price pushed down, we got stopped out in profit for the runner that we had on. No complaints whatsoever over there. Pretty straightforward day, nothing too crazy. We've got the second entry here. You can see as price hit that second fair value gap, supported by that order block to push through. This could have been a nice area to load up some more. I personally did not, but Good place to look out for. This is that lunchtime reversal movement. Nice lunchtime reversal trade. I just want to speak on the targeting as well, just to see if our little trick or tool would have been sufficient in determining where we would expect to take partials. Now, you see this wick here, this candle that took out the sell side liquidity. I'm going to place a projection fib from the low to the open price and to see what standard deviations are present. Put it like that. So, move it to the side, switch it to the AMD fib. Now we're measuring the price leg that took out the liquidity prior to the price move. And would you look at that? As you know, we take profits at the -2 and the -2.5. Price got to those areas, or to that area. And that's where we got our first partial. Lines up nicely with as well as the higher time frame objective, which is the low of the fair value gap or the imbalance. Trade terminus is -4. We didn't get to -4, but we got to our TP2, which is quite nice. Quite nice. I just hope people are picking up on these patterns that repeat themselves constantly and constantly. Very straightforward movement. Not much to say really on this one. Just wanted to show everybody this nice consolidation. Take out the lows, shoot up, break short-term highs, open up the fair value gap, come back into the fair value gap, and then we continue to the upside. I personally have found success being a continuation trader. I sometimes can call the reversal, but more times I'm wrong on calling a reversal, whereas with the continuation, it's easy, man. Especially if you have a higher time frame target. In this instance, it was that H1 imbalance. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong at all. With big imbalances, my target's threefold. Of course, it's the low. In the bullish case, similarly to now, the low would be my first target. The midpoint will be the second target. Third target will be the high, and then whatever high or low, exists above that, that's where I'll look to take profits via my runner. And the opposite is true if we're looking at a bearish scenario. Pretty straightforward, beautiful price action, clean week. We'll see what the week does. We have a lot of red folder news events. It's a stacked week. Let's just quickly take a look at it just to confirm actually. Forex Factory, that's what I personally use as my economic calendar. I can't recommend it enough. Do as thou wilt to this information. Today is the 14th. I'm in South Africa. Let's look at what the economic calendar is saying. 14th. Times displayed here in SA Standard Time. According to the calendar, we have red folder news driver events on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So Wednesday and Friday, won't really be trading those. Probably just tape read. And yeah, nice roadmap. Of course, you can add other currencies and such. If you trade Forex, if you trade, say, the DAX, with the German 40 or 30, somewhere there, you can just add your euro currency events, and obviously that affects the DAX. You'll know when to focus on the DAX. I personally just trade Nasdaq, so I only take a look at USD news or red folder events. This tells me when I can anticipate volatility in my chosen asset, so I don't really have to look at the chart all the time, like all day, every day, looking for something. I have a roadmap here of what times I can expect to see movement. So I'll just plan my day accordingly, and I'll be sure. Monday we have Fed Chair Powell speaking. So yeah, we'll see what happens then. 2:30 in my time is 8:30 time in what's this? Yeah, 2:30 South African time is 8:30 a.m. in American time. So we'll see what happens in the morning, since you have the Empire State Manufacturing Index, then Fed Chair later on in the day as well. Tuesday will probably be nice. Thursday as well. And yeah, I'm eternally grateful for this knowledge to know when to anticipate moves and when not to really bother. I've come a really long way. Thank you to God. And yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Enjoy the rest of my day. Stay safe and happy trading.